right, let's get on into this one today. Hopefully my mic didn't pick up anything that my computer was playing before I came in here because I was like, oh wait, I need to open up my Twitch dashboard and there was people role playing in GTA or something like that. Um, so that was briefly playing through my computer. All right. So what I'm doing tonight is I am doing another playtest of CptScorp's Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, and I'm putting her alongside America Chavez again. America Chavez went through a couple changes last night after my playtest where we got beat by Crossbones, who I'm doing a rematch against now. So first off, she is now a 14 hit point hero, which has now bumped her down to a 4 hand size. Star Portal got a text change where it can now put the ally that it summons into any player's play area. Starflight now gives an additional thwart. Starlight does something new now. I forgot off the top of my head. And there were 2 more cards I think that I messed with a little bit. Her deck resource now does 2 wilds to help cover for the fact that she's missing a hand size. But yeah, that's essentially what has happened there. So we're gonna jump into this because it's almost 5:30 in the morning. I'm doing a very late start here, for me at least. I didn't have my stream manager up on my second monitor. Let me fix that. Fixed. All right, so what do I have in my hand? All right, so the best card in her deck. I'm still doing the 2 ally thing for this. It's actually a really good opening hand. I don't need this. I'll get this. Smoke arrow. All right, so we'll start off with Kate. Oh yeah, and I've already done all the setup. So he's got his encounter deck set up. The obligations are shuffled in. I've already done the setup for this, which, create the experimental weapons, and he got power gauntlets first. Yeah, with that, let's get on into this. So what do I have here? Infiltration won't do anything. Clear the area won't do anything. Nice cards that I can't do anything with. Let me go ahead and get Kate's bow. I did think about going into this and naming all his cards just for my insanity because they're not named. But I just didn't get around to it. Alright, so this enters play. Let me change the counter type and put a counter on it. Flip. Alright, so these are defense, these are thwarts. I can't do anything with them. So let me spend 2 and let's move this. Spend that to put White Widow in. Do I have a mental and what is it? Mental and energy? Mental and fist. I do not. I also wanted to spend White Widow to get rid of it, but I'm not going to do that. So this is the one that discards cards from the hand. I don't like that one. I'm going to have her attack because I want to start getting some of these counters up. So even though it's just 1, that's what we'll do. And then I will have Hawkeye attack for 2. And this turn was a lot less exciting than the first turn that I had last time I did this playtest. I don't have, oh yeah, I don't think I shuffled after I searched. So there's the shuffle. I'd like to get her quiver out ASAP. All right, so on to America. So, oh yeah, I did change her alter ego ability. So she is now draws from the bottom of her deck. which I'm going to go ahead and do now. There's supposed to be a way to just grab the bottom now, isn't there? And oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know how to do it though. So this actually does not be the one that I'm drawing. So let's do this. So Starflights. Did put the limit once per round. Yep. All right, good. All right, so the rest of her ability just stayed the same though, except for the fact that she has a smaller hand size now. There's no allies for me to use Star Portal with now. I have toe-to-toe because I want, what's it called? She can get toughness with one of her cards. Let me, I'm going to spend one, and it's fist and mental, so that'll be the fist. This will be the mental. Let's get rid of this. For the love of God, please. Alright, now I have all the cards that I want in my hand. One. I want Depth Focus. Yeah, Depth Focus can help me get Starflight. Alloy, I'm sorry, but I need you to play for Starflight. So now I have additional 1 fort. This game, I'm going to try and make it a point to get her upgrades out, to upgrade her stats, because she suffered in the last game. I only got 1 out at the very end of the game. Also tweaked her deck a little bit. It's really large, so I need to pare it down a little bit. But yeah, I honestly could probably stand to remove like 1 or 2 of the upgrades that do stat boosts. All right. And she will attack for 2. Actually, I attack before I do that. That way I can get the energy, which will draw me a card, which I can't play. All right. Because I played this was a superpower that would proc this. That's a real quick turn. End it. Hey, there's Starlight. What did I make a change on this? Okay, so now it generates a wild resource, and then it also changes the printed resource of the card that it's playing. All right, and then ready up Kate. They want to discard here. Is any of these 2 on the discard? Actually, yeah, because Clobber was in the hand beforehand, so we'll get rid of it. Good choice. All right. Might do. Nah, there's no reason for me to flip Tultre down. This would kind of be wasted. But we'll keep everything else. All right, so 2 on. Attacks over here. I mean, I can spend the 1 counter I have. Oh, good, I did get her quiver. Excellent. Which means I don't want to spend any of my resources because I need them all to play this. Wait, where's my... Am I going crazy? Where's my last card? I only have 5 in her hand. Oh, she's in hero form. I'm losing my mind. It's 5:30 in the morning. I'm just going to take this then. 1, 2. Attacks America. America will take it for 1. Oh, joy. Jesus. So she's a 1/1/1 right now. At least she doesn't have toughness this time. That killed her last night. Let me do that. I don't know why I'm... This, I'm just going to go ahead and take the 4 damage and remove it from the game. Sorry, Catalina. All right. I need to get Starlight into play here. Which 1, 2 for Starlight. So I actually have 3 thwarting now. Oh, what? Starlight, excuse me. It is a superpower and it generates a energy, so I draw a card. I can double my thwart modifier, so I'd get +4 thwart instead of +2. And remove 5 threat from this game that only has 2 on it. Work a breakthrough. Sacrifice this. Oh wait, never mind. I'm at +1 because I didn't play Heroic Intuition. You know what? Screw it. Let's play Heroic Intuition. Let's get this set up. So she's got 3 threat removal. I will. This is event card, so yeah. I'm going to attack for 2 though. Because Kate can thwart, I think. Yeah, alright, yeah. Because White Widow can actually thwart the 2 off. So Kate's turn. I'm going to use everything. 1. I hate getting rid of Infiltration. It's such a good card. 2. I'm going to try and use Smoke Arrow this time, but it is not as important as Kate's Quiver right now. 3 to get her Quiver out. I'm going to White Widow to remove 2 and place 1. Oh yeah, I should have another one, right? Then the player phase, place 1 counter on this card. Yep, so there's that. And then I will attack for 2. This one makes it so piercing, which you would already have. I remember the 2? I'm going to assume I did. And that'll end both their turns. 4. So here's one of the changes right here, is it now counts as an additional resource on it. Yes, let's get more max health. Another card I've added into her deck is she now has the new protection card that gives +1 defense and +3 health. When I originally built her deck list, I did not know that card existed because I did not look at anything from the Civil War set. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, there's this new booster card in there. Already her. She's got a Star Portal, Endurance, Santana Family. Santana Family is another really good card for her to get out. She's probably going to be flipping Alter Ego coming up here. So 2 attacks over here with a base 2. I am going to take this 4 damage. Ouch. Attacks over here. Wait, this is. I am going to take this for 4. Perfect. I will use her Quiver to evasive shot it. So this places 1 before this would go off. So I prevent 4 damage, so I take no damage, then deal 1 damage to the attacker for each arrow counter on Kate's bow to a maximum of 5, so it's doing 4 damage. That card is so goddamn good. Yeah, those are the attacks and counter cards. Can't wait till Madam Hydra comes out. Alright. This asshole. And then this thing. That took me like 6 turns last time to get rid of. Is it Mental and a Fist? I do not have Mental Fist here. I do have it here. I actually have it solely on Energy Infusion. could actually do that because I don't have any. I only have one superpower card in my hand right now, and I don't have anything to really put that on. I don't have any allies to bring back. I could bring back White Widow, actually. You know what? That's oh yeah, and this should have one more because I keep forgetting to put it at the end of the player phase. White Widow is going to finish herself off, move 2, and she'll conk out. It's all good though. I'm going to spend 2 to get Heroic Intuition. I'm going to spend this to get that because it's a good card to have. Could exhaust this and kill the Hydra Soldier flat out. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Attack with mean swing, so 5 damage to this, which will give her a new encounter. And yeah, that'll end her turn. That was a pretty productive turn. Nice, quick, productive. America! I'm going to spend the 2 as the 2 needed to get rid of the combat knife. Get rid of the weapons while I can. I'm going to spend... Oh, shit, I don't have the 2 anymore. Actually, I do. 1, 2. Changes this to wild, but it's already wild. To Star Portal to get White Widow into play. She comes into play exhausted. Then what Star Portal does is it removes threat equal to that ally's thwart, which I don't have to worry about because there's nothing out there, but also does a 1 damage to an enemy equal to her attack. So that goes to her or his suit. And then I'll spend endurance as much as I'd love to have the extra health to get my family in. I'm going to flip heal for 5. I'm going to use Santana Family to get myself an event. I'm going to grab Breakthrough. I'm already looking at what I can do for next round. Probably grab the Star Portal because both of them are in there. You can see off to the side, by the way, these are cards I removed from the deck that were in her deck beforehand to make space for some of the other cards I put in. Because although she's 14 health, I put Limitless Stamina and what is it? Unbreakable or whatever it's called. I don't know what to do this. 5 more. Yeah, Limitless Stamina. God damn. This superpower? Oh my god. Yeah, that's excellent for her deck. I should have done that before. And then there's Defensive Conditioning, one of the other ones I put in. Novar's ship is in here. Is that the cost of... No, that can't be the cost of... What's it called? Quinn Carrier. Because it's supposed to be a copy of Quinn Carrier. Is Quinn Carrier 1? No, it's 3. Okay, I have to fix that. So, Novar's ship is 3 resources. Now that was a flub by me. Because otherwise this is extremely powerful. Like, I know there's not a lot of Young Avengers because it is purely a fan-created thing. But yeah, I need to make sure I do that. So her hands drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and ready. Draw. I like this card a lot. Infiltrate. All right. So 1, 2. I'm gonna let that 2 go on. I think I want to get some of her cards out that help out with no, I forgot what I was gonna say. That help out when she reduces stuff. All right, so 2. It attacks over here at a base of 2. I think I'm going to defend. I only have 1 defense. It's not going to do much. I'm just going to take it then. Undefended attack, discard support. Do I have a support? I do not, so suck it. 2 damage. And attacks on Chavez. Chavez still refuses to draw her. Oh, or schemes on Chavez, excuse me. This isn't when they scheme against you, right? Excellent. Alright, so schemes for just 2. That is from Thunderbolts. It is, if I recall correctly, that is when they are dealing with the Terrigen Mists that are making like an army of undead ninjas or something like that. Flip. Feed, activates, 4. But schemes. If I have a weapon, this card, that was a weapon, so just schemes. For 2, 3, 4. I'd only be able to stop 2 with this. So either way, it's going to the next phase. So this, flip this, goes 12, and he gets this. That's the retaliate. Perfect. I hate that card. Gang up. I'm an alter ego, so Surge. Cut off guard, discard an upgrade or support I control. Dick. That's probably the best card for me to lose. Rough. Alright. I'm going to stop myself off. Use this to get another event card back. Get my star portal again. Action. So this cost me 3. This cost me 2. I'm gonna draw the bottom card. I didn't see that. Actually, this is perfect. So spend 2. I'll spend one of my limitless staminas to get Novar's ship. Again, that is 3 cost. If I have the Young Avenger. Okay, so I have to flip before I do it. Because that's my Young Avenger side. Stupid roll. Such a stupid goddamn roll. Depth focus into limitless stamina. After you play an event card. Well, I played an event card. I can fist it, or I can use this to turn it into. No, that just turns it into superpower. So yeah, ready myself. So I don't have extra attack yet. So I have these available to me. What's this again? This is energy and mental. I don't have those. Well, actually I do, because I can exhaust both of these and give myself the resources I need. This one is yeah, let's get rid of this. I hate doing that, but I'm gonna have to. I wish I didn't draw with all 3 limitless staminas in a single hand. Let me 1, 2 for defensive conditioning. And +1 defense. So I'm now up to a 3-2-3. I am Miss America, and I'm a 3-2 freaking 3. I will attack for 2. Or should I remove, like, what does she have? She can afford justice off of it. She doesn't have the mental resources. Well, she does technically have a mental resource, but it's not great. Yeah, actually, she's fine with the attack. So that'll end her turn. I'm gonna put this down here so I don't have to think about it because it's only doing that. All right, over here. I do want to get rid of the, yeah, let's get rid of his armor. Because this will do the last 2 damage to get rid of it, which will get rid of his damage boost. I'll spend, I'll have White Widow. Oh, that should have 2 on it because I keep freaking forgetting that. Remove 2. I'll generate a wild resource to quick draw and ready myself. And I will. If he attacks me for. Yeah, I'm going to flip no matter what. So I'll remove the 2. It activates for 1 damage. I'm going to be flipping, so it doesn't matter. So, yeah. Can't do it. Like, this is a waste. Yeah, I'm just going to flip. Oh, I defeated a side scheme. Hold on before I flip. Lucky! Yes. He was a good boy. Let me drop. I guess I'll drop main swing to get Lucky in. Flip. Use Lucky to heal 2. And place 1. And that's going to end her turn. This gets another counter, so it's maxed out already. I'm going to keep this hand because I'm going to be able to need to remove some threat. And 3, Directed Force. She does do ranged down her damage, so this. I don't know, I'm doing that. 3. Marvel Boy, Bulletproof Chica, and Bulletproof Chica. Fun. All right. 2 attacks Miss America, who honestly doesn't really give a shit. I'll use Novar's ship. Actually, hold on, I don't know how much damage it's doing. It might do like 1 and it won't be worth it. It's doing 3. Yeah, let's use Novar's ship to ignore all the damage and give myself a tough. And then schemes against Kate for 1, 2, and then this card gets revealed. So 2 damage. I can prevent all of it. Do I want to prevent all of it? Yeah, let's spend this to infiltrate and prevent all the threats. It prevents 4. So yeah. Alright, an encounter card and an encounter card. Quick strikes me for 2, so there goes my freaking toughness. Thank you, asshole. Agents, oh my god. 1, 2, 3, so 9. I like going against Crossbones. He's a fun enemy encounter to go against. I hate Madame Hydra with a passion. I can't stand her. He's lucky to heal 2 more. This. Remove 2 off of this. I will spend 2 to get this out. So I can remove an additional thwart. So my thwart is at 3 right now. I will thwart with this. Remove 3. I cannot quite knock the remaining off with her. She can do it. If I want to ignore the Hydra Jet Trooper for a turn, she can probably. No, actually, she can't. Yeah, she can. She can break through. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad of an idea. I can clear the area to knock it down to 2, but clear the area plus her thwart will not clear the area, but this plus your fort will help right a lot. Do I want to play anything? Yeah, you know what? Let me remove the 2. This, which removes the last threat from the scheme, draws me a card at least. Damn it. So this is one of her big engine cards here. Alright, that ends your turn. America's turn. Alright, so I will use Depth Focus and generate this to break through, to deal 4 damage to this, remove 3 threat from this. If this defeats an enemy or scheme, confuse or stun an enemy. So I'm going to let's stun the villain here. Actually, let's stun Madam Hydra. Actually, no, because I'm about to get rid of that. So stun him. And I'll actually use this also to make this wild. Actually, before I do that, I remove the last from here. And then I play this and defeat those. That way I can proc this. I'll deal 2 damage to an enemy, so I will already knock her down by 2. I will draw 1 card. And I will ready. I need to remember to do the orders properly here. I got Power Stomp, which doesn't do anything. I did still have enough Thwart, even with this on me. I can take the 4 damage now. Get rid of the last one. If I want to spend everything, I can get Marvel Boy in. But Bulletproof Chica is a great card. So I don't think I want to get rid of it. I can use that to just deal 3 damage to the villain, but that's not necessarily worth it. Decisions. Let me knock 2 off of Hydra here. And end my turn. Ready, draw. Did I start my turn? What turn ago, or did I start my turn here? I didn't have so many cards in my hand. Did I accidentally draw 5 or draw alter ego? I don't remember. I'm losing my mind. I think I might have had too many cards in my hand at that turn. When I played this, it's a Bulletproof Chica at myself. So yeah, I accidentally played like I had a 5-card hand size because this was attached to Santana Family. Whoops! I just made the change last night, so I know I was gonna mess up at some point. Flip. She gets. All right. 2. What does she have in her hand? Because I know she's got a lot of crazy interrupts here. Nothing massive. All right, so I read the 2 goes to attack. A bishop, but it's stunned. Hydra attacks, and I'll actually just take it. We don't want to make it. Yeah, White Widow will take the damage for me. Thank you. Attacks over here on America. America can Bulletproof Chica again. We'll see. Ooh, 3 damage. Yeah, you know what? Let's Bulletproof Chica. Stop it, and I get tough. I'll probably be flipping her over to Alter Ego just to get some cards attached to Santana Family. Encounter and encounter. Quick strike for 2. Just take that. And then this son of a bitch. I want to deal with him quickly. First player here. What's that? You just lost White Widow. Crazy. 1 to Star Portal to get her out. She removes 2 threat from the scheme and deals 1 damage to an enemy. 2 threats. And then let's do actually the 1 damage over here to Hydra Flame Trooper. Shoulder's bugging me. Haven't felt that in a while. And then Star Portal is shit, I need to do that after I do this. So attack for 2. And then I do that. So that will deal 2 damage to an enemy. So we're gonna finish off Hydra. We're gonna do the draw 1 card and ready myself. First card. Okay. Do this to finish this Hydra Flame off. Not overly married to anything. I can kind of put Marvel Boy in. Yeah, let's 1, 2, 3 to get Marvel Boy. I'm going to flip and use Santana Family to grab my another Star Shape Portal would actually be funny. Oh, let's grab a Bulletproof Chica. Or Chica. Chica, I think it is. I don't speak Espanol, I just know it's Espanol. Under her. So yeah, I removed 2 from when I played her. Alright, so what do I got here? Play Kindred Spirits. What's this do? Give Hawkeye and White Widow a tough status. Choose 1 card and your discard pile and add to your hand. That's not a bad idea. Do I have the resources? I have 1. I can do 2. Or I can attack and use this to do 2 additional damage. What's my attack at right now? Just 2. I am a 3-2-1 right now. Clearly there is I can do anything for me right now. I need to get this in. So first things first, 1, 2. So I need to read this card better. After I prevent any amount of threat from being placed on a scheme, remove 1 threat from a scheme. After I prevent any amount of damage, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So if I prevent anything, I remove threat. So right now I'm doing 2 damage. This little butthole's on me. I can kill him by an additional 1 damage. Which I honestly probably should do. Yeah, let me do this with directed force to... What do I want directed force? Yeah, let's get directed force. To kill this guy. Since it is ranged. Basic attacks gain ranged, so I do 2 additional. I need to start spending these. I almost want to flip her down, but she's not in a bad spot, honestly. That is... Let's put this out of here, by the way. I'm never going to really look at that again. Alright. Ready up. Draw. I'll keep Kindred Spirits. I wouldn't mind having toughness. There's her freebie. Draw. And then 4. I'm going to get there 3 more hit points. Have her up to 20. I also have an endurance in here, so I should get up to 23. Alright, so 1, 2. Schemes for 1, 2. And she's number defense. Attacks. Just take it. 3. Ouch. Kind of hurts. Encounter and encounter. So yeah, so far this is going better. It's just taking me a while to get through everything. Take 2 damage, replace one. I'll place one threat. I'm actually doing decently right now. Onto this. All right, so first things first. This. Let's go ahead and spend one to draw a card. Hey, agile. So that is now my new big thing right there. One. I would love to have toughness, but this is the big thing. Two. I will thwart 2 off the main. I will attack for 2. I'll flip. Lucky will heal me 2. And did I want to play any of these before I did that? Actually, I can still play it now. Hawkeye. Hawkeye will. Let's smack the guard here for 2. And then. Oh shit, I have to have 2 more cards. I have an alter again. Hey, look, there's my Kate. I'm still going to do what I did last night and ignore the unique rule for Kate Bishop. Because this is about playtesting and eating my food. Draw the bottom card of my deck. Spend 2 to get Hypercosmic. Let's spend 1 2 3 to go aggressive conditioning. I will. Actually, I can bring back. I spent a double resource to get this out. I can get that double resource back and actually spend Depth Focus because it is a superpower card. I will flip. This is a hero action, by the way. Oh, and before I flip, I will need to attach another card here. Let me grab Breakthrough. Doing things out of order. There's a little bit to keep track of here. I can get Hawkeye in. So let me do that. I will get Hawkeye in. I'm going to attack for the 2 damage, 3 damage actually now. Get this taken care of. Get that. And then I will spend this and then use this to turn it into wild. So I'm going to double all my attack modifiers, which is just going to put me up to 4 attack. What do I want to do? Thwart and remove all the threat from the scheme. This is about to. Actually, yeah, let's do scheme or threat, or yeah, thwarting. Excuse me. So I double my thwart modifier. So I got +4 thwarts from next thwart this turn, and then I deal 2 damage to an enemy. Smack. Draw a card. That's not useful to me. And ready. So I have. Let's double check. +1. Oh, no, I don't have the additional. So this is actually just 3 thwarting. Still, it'll be enough to finish this off. Marvel Boy. will hit for 2. Kate will hit for 2. Good turn. Despite the fact that I'm doing things out of order like an idiot, it was a good turn. Yeah, I don't know where I thought I had another 2 thwart. Oh, I did have heroic intuition earlier, and I had to get rid of it. Right, it's in my discard pile now. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So I didn't mess up earlier, thinking I had an additional thwart. I just thought I had an additional thwart now. All right, 3 cards. Hey, Gwendolyn. And Moment of Triumph. I can actually heal quite a bit if I kill an enemy. This gets 6, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5, and 6. All right, so 1, 2. He schemes over here for 1, 2, 3. I'll use emergency to reduce that by 1, so 2. And then, all right. So after I prevent any mana threat from being placed on a scheme, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So I can only choose one of these, right? Actually, the other one's damage, it doesn't matter. So I remove 1 threat from this. This is any amount of damage from an attack. I don't have anything else that procs right now, right? No. This is not a thwart, right? Nope. Fun. Fantastic. Attacks over here. I can block, but I've got toughness. Wow, the 1 damage to knock off my toughness. That's insulting. This and this. This section card. This is another. I hate this card. 3. And then Madam Hydra is in the discard pile. Yeah. So this gets additional 4. And I am in a hero form. I become stunned. I didn't play it. Oh, I'm actually stun. Because I didn't play the card. I take 1 damage. That's... Damn it. I don't have steady. So... It's me being stupid. Over here. Oh yeah, this should have 1 counter on it. This right, I just apparently I'm refusing to draw any of her cards that get rid of counters on them. Oh, that's right. It's part of her ability that she can get rid of counters and deal damage. That's where the big thing is, where I get rid of counters. All right, so currently have 2 thwarts. Not great. I can't defeat the only minion out there, so we're going to do these to get Gwen out. She has +1 attack for each identity specific upgrade I control, so she is currently at her max attack. Spend 1, 2, and I'm going to change this to a wild. Print a resource on it. So I deal 4 damage to an enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm stunned. Shit, hold on. I'll attack to knock my stun off, and then I'll do this. This actually does damage. So 4 damage, which is there, and then 3 threat removed. I didn't defeat any enemies, so I did not get to stun or confuse enemies. And then I don't have to use this actually. So because I did this, I can now deal 2 damage to an enemy. Move him on. His thing's already out, so I don't have to worry about grabbing it. Grabbing his thing. I'm such a child. Draw 1 card and ready. Oh wow. Ready myself. Ooh, I have you. And I can. Yeah, let's just do this. Hit for 2. I need to get his health back up. What is it, like 28 now? Did I play with the wrong health on the last phase? Did I play with 28 health? Or I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I defeated first saves. Let's remove 2 from this. I also did 2 damage because I played one of these. I can't do this more than once, so I don't have to worry about doing that. She can do 2. Because it did activate my ability, she could shuffle back in. So she does 2 here. He will deal 2. She will deal 3. Suddenly I'm a leadership deck. Still have this attached, so that's good news. I played a superpower card this turn, so I get 1 there. Did I only play the 1? Oh yeah, I can actually, you know what? I will change it to a superpower because that'll get me another hypercosmic awareness. As long as I'm playing anything else. So that'll give me the chance to cancel all the effects of card and discard it. Alright, on to Kate. Lucky is going to heal me too. And put a counter on here that I can't fit. I'm going to heal to full. I'm going to spend 1 to quick draw to flip and ready. I will have White Widow remove the last 2 off of this. Which means she is now fair game, boys. So I can deal 4 to her. So let me do this with directed force. Oh, actually this procs as well. Forgot about that. For 4 justice. So, but now I'm doing directed force. This is 4 damage to Madam Hydra. Hawkeye will deal the final blow here. Get defeated. He'd put a counter on, but I'm already full up on counters. I don't even have to intercept. I can. I don't want to do this. Let me use my aviators here to draw a card. I like this card. It's just stupid art. That is such bad art. Doesn't even look like. I don't know who that is. Is that supposed to be Doc Samson? I don't know who that is. Because even Doc Samson goes more Hulk than that, right? I don't know who that. I have no idea who this is. I'll probably say that for next round. I'll just do a massive hit. I will 1 and 2 to get Sense of Justice. That is 1 card I'm missing in this last 6 cards right here. Is she has her 1 card that generates a wild resource for skills, and I just don't freaking have it. You just don't do anything right now. I can spend Savage Strike to remove the last 3 threats. Do I want to? No, I'm going to hold off on that for now. Let's end her turn. Draw 1, 2, 3. There's another Novar. There's her evasive shot. Infiltrate. Excellent. Okay. And then her. And she draws 3. Hey, Hawkeye's back. Question is, I know I'm ignoring the unique rule for Hawkeye, but do I want to ignore it for Novar? Do I want to spend those resources on Novar because I want to make sure I can get this and possibly this? I don't think I'm going to. All right, it's 1, 2. So I'm decked out. Amazing. It's actually freaking amazing right now. So attacks America. It does 1 damage, which I'm just going to take. That doesn't bother me. Oops, one direction. And then attacks me. Let's see what we got. For 4 damage, I will see your actions. So yeah, I'll spend the 1 on Bulletproof Chica to ignore the damage and get a tough status. Like how I have this out here, it's essentially just giving me hit points. All my limitless stamina is in here, so why would I want to take damage? Alright, so this is for the machine gun, 1 damage. That attacks me. I will, when an enemy initiates an attack, move up to 3, so it's up to 5 because of the quiver. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To deal 5 damage. This is an interrupt. Attacks me, I'm going to take it. So that is 3 damage, which I will then instead do this into my evasive shot. I prevent 4 damage, so I take none. And then I deal another 5 damage because I have 5 counters. So yeah, that is the best card that she has. I could have canceled an activation. And counter card is okay. Oh, it's just the encounter card. I'm gonna give him a tough status. Actually, you know what? It's almost over. Let's remove all 3. Hypercosmic awareness to cancel this. Just go to the top 2 cards, and this gets additional. So it gets, is it combined? These icons. Wow. 1, 2, 3. That did force the acceleration though. So will I end it this turn? All right, on to Kate. She can do 8 damage on her attack. I don't have any spare resources, so I'm just gonna have to do 1, 2, 3 for this. This is +6, so I've got 8 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then she's gonna hit for 1. All right. A lot smoother this time. Last night I had so much trouble getting through this. My America is working a lot better this time, actually. I was quite happy with that. Back onto Bishop's cards, because this is technically a review on Bishop and a playtest on America Chavez. This card, really the last card of my deck. And there's Hawkeye. This. Come with me if you want to be awesome. Such an excellent quote, by the way. Hawkeye Shades. Draw. So unlike last night, I did not get Shadow of the Past out. Which, I mean, I kind of wanted to see Hawkeye's, or have another interaction with Hawkeye's nemesis, but, you know, oh well, it just happens sometimes. Am I going crazy? Oh, there it is. So these are her cards, right? Yes. I think I forgot to use this half the game, but she was actually doing well enough on hers, on her thwarting. All right, so pretty much almost the same things I said last night. So I like her ability of playing skills. I don't play a lot of characters who are heavy on skills. Her action of only having it once per game, essentially, unless you somehow decide you want to destroy your bow, which you should never voluntarily do. Yeah. This, I forgot to use it quite a bit. It is strong. I like it though. This, honestly, I probably could have finished this, 10 minutes earlier if I would have just remembered to do it a few more times. But that's like another fun thing with Hawkeyes. You do get paranoid about your arrow management. Because you don't want to burn all of them, but at the same time, you want to have enough of them to work. I think I like White Widow more than I like Hawkeye as an ally. But Hawkeye should be your ally most likely in this deck. Maybe, honestly, maybe America Chavez. They are pretty much BFFs ever since they met in when they meet Young Avengers, I think is when they first met. Um, she's got a case for having so many allies. Uh, but yeah, I like Hawkeye. I like White Widow just like a touch more, just because this is 3 and this is 1 every unknown amount of turns. This is 2 to 3. But yeah, that's where I stand on her allies. Her quiver is amazing. I love her quiver. I love her bow. I mean, I actually remembered at least more frequently this time to put counters on it. Lucky is amazing. I love Lucky. I didn't get a chance to use Hawkeye's investigation, and I thought I could jelly too much. I don't think I actually I didn't use this at all this game. I don't think I know I used the agility part of this last game. They're fine. They're nice little continual sources of just death by 1,000 paper cut type stuff. I didn't get anchor points out this game, which was a shame. It's a really good card. It's the last card in my deck. Infiltrate is a good card. It's it's a 1/2 if you're an hero, or a 1/4 if you're an alter ego. It's got pretty good value on it. If you're in hero form, it's not great, but it works in a pinch. The goal is to play it in alter ego. Evasive shot is the god of this deck. I said last night, I'll say it again. If you proc it with, if you use this with a full bevy of arrows on your identity, and both of these cards out, you are doing, I think it was 11 damage and 1 threat removed for 1 cost. It's amazingly strong. I don't know if I'd say it's overpowered, because a lot of the rest of her deck is more consistency. This is the best card in her deck for damage at all. Kate's Aviators are just great, just because I'm an Aviator fan myself. They are iconic. Quick Draw, I love Quick Draw. It's another fun card. Anything that readies your hero. This has a lot of utility attached to it as well. I'm still yet to play Smoke Arrow. I think it's a fine card, but I do think it's one of the weaker cards in her deck. And just in case you don't watch the one from last night's Scorp and you watch this one, or if you watch both of them, the image size is not proper to the card. I don't know if you fixed it. I honestly didn't look at the Discord at all today to see if you did anything with Hawkeye, now that I think about it. Let me look real quick. Your last update was... Nope, not today. At least not that I can see. Let me look on Steam to see when the last time you updated your table here. A while. Just a while. Really? You haven't updated it in a year? Ouch. I don't know if you like, this is amazing, and I've seen a few of your other creations. So I don't know if you're just like taking a break, or you're done making new cards and you're just like kind of letting what you have out there be out there, but you make really good stuff, man. I really enjoy Hawkeye and all the skill shenanigans. You made this deck a while ago, I'm imagining. I don't know if... I know Mean Swing was out. That's another ridiculous one. Was Directed Force out when this was made? I don't know, maybe. Directed Force is extremely strong in this deck. Savage Strike is this year new, which means over this last year new, which means this might not have existed when you made Hawkeye. This right here breaks her so much. Um, if I would have gotten combat training out, that's a 9 damage attack. That's pretty hit hard. But that's the point of it, right? It's just an amazingly strong card. Yeah. So I guess the question is, how would I grade this on CAS? Let me actually open up a score sheet so I can see what the categories are, because I forget what they are off the top of my head. Community approval system. Wrong one. Scorecards. I do that every time. Yes, let's visit the site. Let's do aesthetics. Overall, I'd give it a pass because the color scheme is great. The pictures for 99% of them are great. The only two that I have an issue, actually the only one I have an issue with is the smoke arrow is not entirely on there. And then, like I said last night, I'd move it a little bit to the right just so you can get more of the smoke effect. Hey, let's bring over your your nemesis. Your obligation, by the way, is insane. It's probably going to be the only one. Yeah, it's right here. And like I said last night, I still think this would be better off if you pulled her and her mother's interactions from West Coast Avengers to get damage on this, but this works fine. It's getting rid of Hawkeye. Also, like I said last night, I think it needs to have the fix for if you want to get if you want to play with White Widow instead, it'll get rid of White Widow. Because if you've swapped out Hawkeye, this does nothing. In fact, you would have to remove all arrow counters from Kate Bishop's bow because you wouldn't have Hawkeye in your deck. Which would make this the worst thing for her to deal with in the entire game. So Madam Mask is kind of like altered. Am I seeing that right? Okay, yeah, there's another error right there. So it looks like you went to erase something right here and then didn't fill it in. And the PNG is broken on the card. So I guess there's two things right there. And I didn't notice that one last night. I would still pass you for overall aesthetics because the aesthetics work, except for the now 2 cards, and then this one that I think there's a better image for. What's next thing? Let me breeze through this because it is 6:30 in the morning. Theme. I'd still pass on theme. The smoke arrow almost feels out of place because you have no other arrows in here. Like regular Hawkeye is very dedicated to his arrows, and she just has a regular smoke arrow, and that's it. The rest of her deck is based off of reducing stuff, reducing damage, and reducing threat. And then this is kind of like it cancels the thing. This, in terms of theme, it just doesn't kind of fit in there. That's about the only one. Everything else in there fits perfectly fine though, because everything else wants to add counters, and that's just randomly removing one, a single one. Materials. Your materials are here. I kind of wish you had a pre-con, because I'd like to see what your pre-con would have been. I think mine worked pretty well, honestly. That's the only thing that's really missing out of here. I don't hold it against people if they don't have a playmat. I'm trying to think, is there anything else in terms of materials? I know inserts have become like the new norm for how to play characters or anything like that, but I don't hold that against people either. So I'd say you pass on materials. Mechanics, yeah, I think the mechanics of this are overall really well done. I think I made a post about it in Discord. I get a little lost sometimes when it comes to the difference between reduce and prevent damage. If I remember correctly, reduce is what you do. Is it before? Oh my god, I've already forgotten. Do I still have the page up? I don't have the page up. I've already forgotten. Whatever. That's just on me. I need to look at it. Um, what's the next one? Mechanics are fine. Balance. She, I think she is good, and she stays good. And then the moment she gets evasive shot, she's God. Um, as long as you can keep the arrow flow on her and remember to use her ability, you will be just fine. I don't think she's overpowered. I think evasive shot might be a little overpowered, but she doesn't have a lot of heavy hitting stuff in this deck, so I think it's fine that evasive shot does a ton of damage. What else? What am I on now? Fun factor. Yeah, I think it's really fun. I enjoy a good character that has a lot of interactions with upgrades, so I find this fun. Yeah, she's overall fun. I'd honestly, I'd give her a passing grade. I do have a couple issues, but I honestly, I don't know, I might be too generous of a score sometimes. I would not hold any of what's wrong with what I pointed out against it for. I wouldn't make it fail. I guess I should say. I wouldn't say this would fail just because of the things I noticed. Um, so all in all, Hawkeye, I enjoy her. Um, I like Hawkeye as a character. Um, God, give me Hawkeye season 2 because season 1 was the last Marvel show that I really, really had a lot of fun with. It doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the rest, some of the other ones, but I loved Hawkeye's TV show. Um, but yeah, all in all, I would definitely pass this deck. So let me go ahead and end my stream. Oh, and anything else for America? She honestly feels like she's the slight changes I made for her were enough to put her over that edge. Um, especially when like Bulletproof Chica didn't change. This didn't change. It's still a really good card. This didn't change, but now that I got my upgrades out, it actually worked. What this is the big change. This one really worked in this match because it got White Widow out twice to help out Hawkeye, which was really fun to do. Anything else? No, I don't think so. So I think I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm probably not streaming on Saturday because that is, unless it gets canceled, that is my board game night, D&D night, whatever you want to call it. So I might not be streaming again until Sunday. I'll try and do it tomorrow though because I need to get caught up. If I do stream, I'm probably going to get Sunfire and maybe Leonardo next. Then I'll save because I need to build decks for Predator and Nightwing. So I'll probably go just straight up down this line. And then I'll hit up these ones against like finalized characters pretty much. But yeah, that'll end the stream. So yeah, anybody who watched this video, have a good night, morning, day, whatever, wherever meant to be together. Yeah. So